Representative Eskamani, you're recognized in debate.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. I just want to stress my concern with parts of this bill, and in particular, stressing the lines that I put most of my attention to, because this is not good government, members. It is not good government to put into a bill on session eve language that completely changes the structure of accountability for higher ed institutions across this state who already have faced different policy changes and concerns with academic freedom. We passed a bill this week changing tenure process. We passed a bill this week changing the accreditation process. And now we're creating language for a bill that has not even been signed into law yet. And not only is it premature to set this standard, but then we go as far to open up the door. And my interpretation, and I try to get answers to this, but apparently they're not available. But my interpretation is that anyone in this country can just file a complaint about a higher ed institution that they think there's a substantiated violation of HB 7, which again is not signed into law today, and they don't even have to go to a court of law. They can pick a committee. Any committee. So HHS, I want you to tell me if this higher ed institution broke HB 7. How is that reasonable? This is not a good idea. It is not good government. And what's at stake is their funding, which impacts the next generation of Floridians. Anyone who cares about the state of our economy, who cares about the knowledge gap in the Space Coast or the need for more manufacturing jobs, it's all tied to higher ed institutions. And now you're creating a pathway for anyone to file a complaint. If I break the law, there's a process I go through, right? And it typically involves some sort of court, some sort of checks and balances, some sort of legal process. And you've totally undermined that, because all they have to do is go to a court of law, a standing committee legislature, or the BOG, which is appointed by the governor, or being a key word there. And during my Q&A, it was confirmed that if I don't get an answer that I like in one of these elements, I can just go to another one. I do not understand how that is good government. And I'm incredibly disappointed this language pops up in the middle of the night into an important bill without being vetted by this legislative process. We need to do better, members. And I encourage you to seriously look at this language and try to explain to me how this makes sense. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.